Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and we'll continue looking at this testing NuGet package for code analyzers. And this one is now the code fix. So let's get rid of link because, you know, really. We'll call this, I think in this case, you have to say something like analyzer code fix verifier or something like that. Oh, that's why, because we didn't bring that package in. Remember what I said in the last episode about doing things one at a time? Well, sometimes I should remember what I'm talking about. All right, package 2 coming in hot and fast. No, not that. Yes, jeez. It would be nice if you could edit the chproj file and put it in a NuGet package and you say what version, and it just goes and looks it up and tells you. That would be nice. And fix. Okay. I accept all the pain. So now in this case, what would we have? Not everything commented out. Sorry. Code fix verifier. Except, yes, we want a code fix using directive. But we're using the one with, oh, you need to specify the analyzer and the code fix. Like that. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. So this is the fixable diagnostics. Again, we're okay with that. I think what you do in this case is you put in the code what it looked like before and the code that it should look like after. I'm believing that's what you do. So if I say original code, what I want to say then is var fixed code, and then I say await verify dot verify code fix async. It's a whole bunch of stuff there. Source fixed source, yes. So we say original code fixed code. Now of course we need fixed code now, don't we? So we don't want to say datetime kind, we say UTC. So it takes care of that. And now let's see what happens. And it failed. Of course it did. Oh, why did it fail? A mismatch between the number of diagnostics returned. Expected 0, actual 1. Oh, we're supposed to do the, yeah, we're saying that is what failed. I guess, like, try it again. And then it passes. Perfect. I have to admit, I like this a lot more this way. It's, well, for one thing, we can get rid of that code there. Now again, for this one case, this seems to work nicely. So yeah, all right. So we got one of them with the analyzer and the code fix done. So let's commit that. Of course, tabs still are busted. Updated the first code fix to the test package. Approach. Commit all and push. Okay. So let's do the other ones because we got time. And since we've already learned stuff, we're going to copy and paste because that never goes wrong. Couldn't I do this? Nope. Nope, can't do that. Someday I'm going to just get my head around why. All right, so we're saying this one up here, again, this is okay. This we're actually getting a, we're doing it in reverse. We're doing the ones that we do want right away. Calling date time now. Yeah. Okay. So this should just be a wait. Verify analyzer anything, giving the code, and that should be it, except we need to say here, this is where the problem is. I believe. I think that's the way it works. I do like this a little bit. You know, when I first saw this years ago, I was like, I didn't quite like this because you're putting stuff in code that's really not part of the code. But this also gets rid of the whole location, everything, and it's saying this is exactly where a instance of this diagnostic should be. And we're assuming the single diagnostic. If you want more, you can put them in there. Though I don't know in that case if you do more than one different kind of diagnostic. But you really shouldn't. I mean, well, probably shouldn't. You probably want to be testing for one thing. So I can see where that makes sense. But yeah, this is much cleaner. So here I believe what we would say is in it. And again, just that. Comment all this out and run the test and see if that works. And it does. Awesome. Now let's just go through the rest of these. And basically there should be no problems with these. Okay. None of these should have a problem. Neither should that one. Because it's not actually the problem. Okay, so now let's just say run all the tests in this class and see if we get any failures, which hopefully we shouldn't. Well, it ran all of them, but not what I expected, but hey, that's okay. So we got that one done. And now let's come into the code fix test. We're going to copy this. I'm going to put that there. And what we're going to say is it's now this one. And the analyzer should be that. That's okay. This is now saying this was the what we called original code. And we have to make sure that we have marked things appropriately. And then we come into here and we say fixed code. Okay. Except now it's not going to be a problem so long as we do UTC now. Do UC now. I'm sure I said that terrible joke. Await verify dot code fix. So we say original, fixed, comment all this out, run this and see if that fixes everything. And it does. Nice, 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 nice. Cut that out. Get rid of all those. Yeah, I have to admit, I am grooving on this more. More analyzer plus code fix updates. Test updates. Commit, push. Let's move on. So we got these two done. We're going to have 2 more to go. Okay. All right. Move my headphones. Where do I want to put my headphones? Are you going to fall? Stay. Don't you move. Okay, because that would be bad. And we copy this. We put that there. That is okay. Now this one. Oh. So this one we just like do something stupid. We can just say I mean, we can even say this, because it doesn't matter. Except we don't even need this usage thing here. We can just say int and say it returns 1 plus 2. And that's perfectly fine because we don't care. And here we could say static string and bring all that in, and that would be just as fine. We have none there. Okay, cool. So this is, okay, we got 2 down there. Okay. Now we're starting to cook with gas. Okay. So here we want to say static date time, and we do need to put a using in here now. Using system make, and the way we want to make it is saying new finding new date time via constructor. Don't I already? Wait a minute. Those are date time nows. Those are date. What's the difference? I don't have duplicated code here, do I? I should have. What's the difference between these two? This is making a new date time. This is also making a datetime kind as a datetime kind. What? I'm a little confused. Why would I have... Did you ever feel like you did the same thing twice? 'Cause it's kind of what I'm feeling like I did here, and I'm not sure why. And then no constructor arguments. Now here, I don't know where it actually does the error. This is that. Okay. So the operation is an object creation. So what, in this case, it does it around the whole operation? If that's the case, I'm going to guess that it does the whole thing. We might get a... I mean, I'm mostly worried about the positioning of where the location is. And now we just say new, like that. I'm expecting to get errors. I would be actually surprised if some of these worked. And they're hopefully going to be prescriptive to say where the actual span should be. And one failed. Which one was it? This one. Well, I guessed right. Okay, so maybe it's because it needs to be around the whole thing, but let's see what it gives for an error. Expected 1, actual 0. Really? Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Compare with the modified. Analyze when datetime is made via parameters. Oh, it is supposed to be 0. Oh. Oh, well, okay. Probably what I did is I misread it and I was going up and down and I saw like, oh, there's supposed to be 3 that fail. Oh, no. This one is not looking for anything in the arguments, even if it's local. It's saying only if you pass in nothing, because that defaults to local, and that's an error. The other one is looking at parameters. That's okay. I have my head screwed on straight now. Okay. Good. So we're going to do this and put that there, except we're going to take that and put that there. You know what would be cool as a meta analyzer for this is that if you're passing in the 2, that it actually looks and sees what are the, that would be, I think, way beyond what you could actually do in an analyzer. But I don't know. There's a part of me that goes, that would actually maybe be sort of kind of cool to do that. Okay, again, this one's okay. This is our original code, which fails around this. Okay. I hope they better never, ever in C# make this and this actual like syntax that's valid, because if it ever is, well, would that matter? I mean, would that actually screw something up? I don't know. That's an interesting question. So the fixed code in this case would be, what do? Oh, you pass in datetime. Oh no, you're changing it to datetime.utc now. Right? That's what the code fix does, right? Add datetime UTC now. Okay. So then if I come back here and I grab that code and grab that code and do that, and it all passes. Good. And we can get rid of all that too. Last one. Okay, we'll grab this and that. So now we want that to be that. We keep that. Let's actually close this one because I want to keep what I was doing here up. I'm just going to say that was the when nothing is made. Okay, and then we have the string. And we do the same thing here. But now we got to be a little bit more careful. Okay, so we do this, except we say, now we got to say using system. You know, I hope at some point with C#, maybe 11, because this isn't going to be in C# 10, but 11 or 12, when they do the raw string literals, it would be so cool if the raw string literals, you could say, oh, by the way, what's actually going to be in the raw string literal is like XML or C#. And so you can give me like highlighting of what this should be. that would be kind of cool. Okay. This is okay, though, to do. So we're going to say GUID make, and then we just say GUID, new GUID, and that is okay. When it is a string, that is also okay. So we'll just copy this, put that in there, except the way we're going to make the GUID is by saying new GUID. Nope, don't need to actually say the word. What doth I do wrong? Oh, did I have to? Oh, okay, because these need to be like this. Okay, and then that screwed that up, screwed that up, screwed that up, screwed that up, and did it, and we should be back to normal. Yes, we are. Okay, then we do that. That's okay, but these are bad. Okay, so now we're just going to say new GUID, except we are not passing in anything. And I'm guessing it's around the whole thing. Okay. And then we say this is the same thing, except we don't use new GUID, we just say new. Okay, what does and does not work with this? I'm hoping to get this done so that I have this episode finished, but I don't want to rush it either. We'll see just how long this takes, and if it's all passing, good. All right, we're down to 1 because the help UI builder is not anything there. So I'll pull that up. We'll pull that up, put this over here because all the code copying. And then we will grab that constructor and do that constructor. Except now in this case, I have to admit, this I am finding this to be a much easier thing to groove on than what I originally thought it was going to be. So it'd be interesting to see how this works in source generators, but we'll get there. Okay, so now, I see, I told you. What did I tell you? It's not just going to be 1, it's going to be many. There's 3 ways to fix this. So how do you do that? Verify code. So source fix source. Verifies the analyzer provides diagnostics which in combination source to test may include markup syntax. Expected diagnostic. Yeah, but this is multiple. These are multiple fixes that you can get, not just 1. So is there anything that says what you do with multiple? Verify code fix async. Automatically performs several tests. Verifies the code fix. Applies to 1 diagnostic at a time. Produces the expected output. Verifies that the code fix result does not contain this library separation. For analyzer, provide a code fix. Prefer only test with the code. Yeah, but what happens? Well, crap. I think I just hit a. Because you can say default GUID here. But that's not going to, well, let's just see what happens. So if I say original code and I say fixed code, let's comment all this up. This has got to break because we're offering up 3 code fixes with this one. Oh, I already know what I did wrong, at least with this. This needs to be up here, and this needs to be up here. So I don't even care how that failed. This is the one I will care about if it fails, because we're getting 3 code fixes back. So I don't know what you'd actually do in this case. We're going to see if we can suss it out. Yeah, it fails, as expected. Why? Context, fix all in document. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Because you can have default of GUID, GUID empty, or GUID new GUID. All 3 of those are what you could do. So I'm not quite sure what this is doing. Diff shown with expected as baseline. I might have to go to the Roslyn group and ask them about this because I really have no clue what you would do in this case. Yeah, because you're giving the original code and the fixed code just like what I would do over here. And in that case, it's fine, but in this one, it's not. So, and near the end of time of this one, I'm going to do some research offline to see how you actually get around this or make this actually work. It would have been nice if they said, here's 3 possible fixed code solutions, but I really don't know what to do. So, A little bit of a downer, but I would imagine there's got to be a way to do this. I just don't know what it is. And in all cases, the diagnostic is the same. It's the descriptor, not the descriptor. It's the code fix that basically says that I can. No, not that. I can provide, 3 code fixes. Fixable diagnostic IDs is just one, but I can actually register 3 code fixes with this one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this one, but hopefully I figured it out. So in the next episode, I'll show you how I figured it out, and then I will move on to inline mapping and see how source generators work there with the source generator test library. And if that works, then I might actually go to rocks and partially applied and the WebAssembly one, because that also has tests. So, yeah. It's going well, though. Overall, it's going well, and I don't want to feel discouraged. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.